Hello HEMA friends and welcome to this new video. So today I want to chat with you a little bit about a concept which I consider really important in martial arts, but generally speaking in life also is very important. Anyway, so in sword fighting, so here we are talking about sword fighting, it's extremely important that when you are training you should try to accept your errors. Now this may sound something like for someone is obvious and for someone is stupid or whatever, and I always say that generally speaking the actual real things in life sounds obvious most of the times, and that's true for this specific topic here. So why accepting the errors is important, and at the same time you have to balance this thing in some way. So if you are training and you are sparring with a training partner and you find out that you are not able to do one thing or the other, a good way to deal with this problem, let's say, is for most of the people, I would say a bad way to deal with this problem, is try to avoid that situation at all. So you are either not really good at pairing, you try to get, let's say, the initiative all the time, you keep the initiative, you keep attacking. Otherwise you are not able to land an attack even if you, I don't know, you are 5 centimeters from the face of the opponent. So you just avoid attacking and you just keep waiting for the good occasion to do your parry or riposte or whatever. So either one or the other, or the variety of options that you may find around. So in generally speaking, avoiding certain situation is not a good way to, let's say, improve your fencing. People who avoid things are generally not happy by the outcome of that specific thing, and or they ended up believing some kind of specific idea about some kind of theory, or I don't know. There are plenty of theories around, so you don't have to parry, you just have to counter-attack, for example, or you always have to keep the initiative and you have to keep attacking. Or another one is you have to never land first intention simple attack, so you don't have to land a simple cut or a simple thrust because they are too easy to parry. But all of these things aren't true, so you can do all of these things. And many others. So the problem is that to learn how to do these things, you have to fail. And you will fail a lot of times when you are trying something which you are not good at. Now, it's obvious, again, that you will be able to do something better than something else. And you will always have your area of, let's say, excellence. You will be either more defensive or aggressive or even balanced, for what I know, and you can be a really smart tactician but you are very bad at being an aggressive fighter. It really depends from you as a person, but generally speaking you should not limit yourself, and that's important because when you are facing different opponents you are not always able to use the same tactics. And you can't always be the, let's say, the best yourself. So if the best yourself is an aggressive fighter and you find out the opponent which is really good at going backward and absorbing you, you can't be yourself. Because if you are yourself in that moment, you lose. So you have to try out something else. You have to improve something else to be ready in that situation and recognize the situation in which, oh my God, that's the opponent which I don't want, but that's the opponent that I have, so I have to deal with him. And if you train these things, which can help you in that specific situation, you can overcome him, even if it is the worst situation possible. And by doing so, you have to fail. So failing, funny enough, is really important, because it's the way in which you learn. And if you want to learn, you have to accept your failures, basically. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to be happy about everything that comes. I am not happy about failing, and that's actually part of the process. So if you fail and oh yeah, it's fine, no problem, the important is always be happy and train in a happy way, enjoy fencing. That's true. That's absolutely true. You have to enjoy your fencing. But accepting errors doesn't mean that you don't have to care about errors. Accepting errors means see the error, accept that it happens, and don't be afraid of it. Keep going, even if this means finding out that you're going for that error again and again. But at the same time, understanding it. Try to understand what you're doing, what is the error, and even judge it a little bit like, yeah, I'm not really happy of doing this. That's normal, that's the correct attitude. You don't want to make the error. But to not make the error, first of all, you have to accept the fact that you're doing it, and then by doing it again and again and thinking about it, you can overcome it. That's important, even if it sounds, as I said before, kind of obvious. Because in these kind of situations, you may end up denying your errors and try to hide them behind something. And that's really bad. That's not the way of improvement. That's the way of stagnation in some situations, and even worse sometimes. So that's it. So try to accept your errors, analyze them, and in the end you will improve. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it will help you in some ways. And as always, remember that if you want to help me, you can of course click the subscribe button to also see more of my content. And if you want to support me directly, you can join my Patreon community, link in the description. Thanks for watching as always, and see you next time.